Ya, selamat pagi Pak Iwan.
Ya, selamat pagi Noval, Ayes, dan teman-teman Gina, teman-teman Aitli Bundrek.
Emang gitu.
Gabung ya.
Enggak.
Yang membuka nanti siapa Pak Dekan ya?
Jadi.
Iya Pak Dekan.
Bagaimana kesiapan panitianya udah dioptimalkan ya untuk cara sesuai dengan rundown?
Insya Allah Pak.
Ya, nanti pas penyiaran lagu Indonesia Raya juga sudah disiapkan videonya ya, bagus. Dicoba.
Ya Pak, insya Allah.
Halo, good morning everyone.
Morning.
Pak Dekan, ya, dan Miss Amanda, Miss Maria, Louis, and all participants.
Halo Sarah.
Morning. Is my voice clear? Because I couldn't find my earphone. Sorry.
Yes, good, clear,
Thank you.
loud.
Halo, Pak. Noval.
Ya.
Take note. Oke.
Selamat pagi Pak Dekan.
Selamat pagi, Assalamualaikum.
Satu, tulis dua. Baca dong. Ya. Satu, tulis dua.
Pagi Pak Dekan.
Assalamualaikum pagi Pak Prof.
Assalamualaikum. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, selamat pagi. Good morning.
Morning.
Siap?
Bentar apaan? Bunda bawa facial? Bawa facial? Aku ketinggalan satu di rumah dekatnya. Atau Novina gitu. Jadi hanya satu. Ceweknya? Siapa aku? Oh ada aku tadi.
Assalamualaikum Kang Raffi.
Iya, gimana?
Silakan Kang, dimulai aja.
Dimulai aja, siap. Sudah jam 8 ya.
Tanya dulu juga.
Okay, I think we are going to start this event now. Because the time is already at 8 a.m. in Indonesia. Well, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Selamat siang, selamat pagi, Bapak, Ibu, dan rekan-rekan semua yang dari Indonesia, Malaysia. I think in Colombia now is evening, so I like to say good evening too for the speaker and participant from Colombia. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for your coming in this special event. Let me begin by giving you a warm welcome to this special event. This event is international webinar, which is held by Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer students, student branch of Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan terima kasih untuk semua partisipan pada acara hari ini. Thank you so much for all participants from Malaysia, and then Thailand, Colombia, Indonesia, and also other countries. Education is not just about going to school and getting a degree. It's about widening your knowledge and observing the truth about life. Well, now we are going to have widening our knowledge by listening to webinar with the topic how we can be productive to pass the stress levels during COVID-19 pandemic, or we call it as new normal. I'd also like to say thank you for coming to Bu Arjuni, Miss Arjuni, as the counselor of IEEE UPI student branch, and then to Mr. Iwan Kustiawan, PhD, as the delegation of IEEE Region 10 Educational Activities. Also to Bu Ana, as the Vice Dean of Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, and to Professor Shambarliana, as the Dean of Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. And also, I'd like to say thank you for coming to our special speakers today from Colombia, Thailand, and Indonesia. Well, before we start this event, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rafi Anggara. I am student with major Electrical Engineering Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Well, it's such an honor to welcome you here in this special event. All right, for economizing the time, let me allow me to read one by one. Firstly, I think I will read the rules today. Please, operator, you can slide. Now, we have several ground rules here. The first one, for all participants, please turn off your audio and video while on the session unless the moderator or presenter asks you to do so. This is to minimize distraction during the session, such as slower internet connection, so many students turn on their video. Second one, feel free to ask questions by using the chat feature in between the session. I will take a look at your question and the officer will answer them. As such, please reserve the chat box as a space to ask questions and refrain from using it for idle chat and unrelated conversation. And the last one, no idle browsing or chatting during session. Hands off phones or other devices that may distract you from giving your full attention. And here we are also having several agendas as follows. Next. So in this event, after having opening, we are going to sing the national anthem, Indonesia Raya, and then we are going to listen to some greetings. After that, we have the first webinar session, and then continue by having question and answer session, and then after that, we are going to the second webinar session, continue by question and answer, and at the last, before the closing session, we will have fun by doing games together. Well, that's all for the schedule. Next. Okay, now we are going to the next session. Ladies and gentlemen, this is after the opening session, we will listen together the national anthem, Indonesia Raya. It's hope that all participants can listen to the song carefully. Please, operator, you can start to play the audio. Okay, thank you so much for all the participants. Now we are going to the next session. Let's begin this event with the greetings from the chairman of this event, Octavian Pratama. Well, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Octavian Pratama, as the Chief Executive of this event. First of all, let us praise and thank the presence of Allah Almighty, who gives thousands of favor to us until this day. Next, let me show my gratitude to the Dean FPTK, Mr. Muhammad Saum Berlian, Vice Dean FPTK, Ms. Anna, Delegation of IEEE Region 10, Mr. Iwan Kustiawan, Ms. Chairman who already this webinar. Regarding the situation we are facing now, the goal of this webinar are to give information on how we should act in the situation right now. My hope this webinar are that even we are not in the best situation right now, we still can push ourselves beyond the thing that we never thought. The hope that even in this kind of situation, there is no boundaries for us to keep on more productive and see the situation in the positive side. For the closing, I would like to thank you once again for all of the people who gathered today, and I would to apologize in advance if there a mistake. Please cooperate well for continuity of this event and enjoy this event. That is all from me. Thank you for your nice attention. Mr. Rafi.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Octavian Pratama, for your greetings. This event is held by IEEE student branch of Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Now, let's continue this event with the greetings from the chairman of IEEE student branch of Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Nova Dwi Jayanto. Well, the time is yours.
Thank you for the time, Mr. Rafi. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Nova Jayanto. I'm as the chairman of IEEE UPI Student Branch for 2020. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let us praise and thank the presence of Allah Almighty for the abundance of grace and the joy of all us can still gather in this webinar. Next, I would like to thank you to Dean of Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Mr. Professor Saum Berliana, Vice Dean of Faculty Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Ms. Dr. Anna, and Delegation of IEEE Region 10, Mr. Iwan Kustiawan, PhD, IEEE UPI Student Branch Counselor, Ms. Arjuni Buji Pandiawati, MT, Chief Executive of the event, the speakers, all of the audience, and last but not the least, all of the I who already work hard to make this event happen. Third, this webinar, we hope that we can give you information on how to still be productive and keeping our mental health during this pandemic situation, and listen your fear and panic during this pandemic. I am very happy with the holding of the event. We can share information on pandemic condition in various countries, especially in countries that collaborate, namely Indonesia, Thailand, and Colombia. I hope by holding this event, we can add relation and information about productivity in the pandemic COVID-19 or new normal. Maybe it's all from me. I give back it to the MC. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Nova Dwi Jayanto, for the greetings. Now we are going to the next greetings. Let's continue this event with the greetings from Mr. Iwan Kustiawan. For those who don't know, he is the delegation of IEEE Region 10 educational activities. Mr. Iwan Kustiawan is kindly request to deliver the greeting. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Rafi. But can I share screen a little bit for talk? organizing
Yes,
committee.
please, Mr.
Yes. So because the information comes to me, host disabled participant. Okay. For share screen. Hello, can I share screen? Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Thanks, Ravi, for giving me time. And hello, everyone. Good morning. The Honorable Professor Berliana, as Dean of Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. The Honorable Dr. Anna, as Vice Dean for Academic Affairs. Good morning, Miss Maria, Miss from IEEE Columbia section. And then Miss Amanda from IEEE Indonesia section. Miss Arjuni as IEEE UP Student Branch Counselor. Good morning, all speakers. Good morning for all participants. I'm so happy today because I can join in this webinar and talk in front of the excellent students from around the world. They are from Malaysia, Thailand, Colombia, and many others. This is the evidence that even though we are in pandemic, but you students are still productive. Not only stay at home, not doing anything, alias teaching, teaching in Sundanese language is not doing anything. And also spend much time for watching Korean drama, for example. Yes, but you are involving yourself in this event. And thanks for UP Student Branch for the initiative. Okay, sorry, because I prepare my slide, I can do a little. Okay, I would like to talk a little in limited time about the keep productive during pandemic. As we know, because now if I see the global monitoring of school closures caused by COVID-19, I get the data that more than 100 countrywide closures for school. So number of learners enrolled at pre-primary, primary, lower secondary, and upper secondary levels of education, yes, affected by COVID-19. So most of schools are closed, and we are students what to do in these situations. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to cite the quotes from Einstein, a German theoretical physicist, strive not to be a success, but rather to be a value. So the value is very important in our life because it impacts not only physical dimensions, but also non-physical dimensions. And regarding the challenges in this issue of pandemic, so we need to think about the concept or the framework of thinking skills. For example, as a student, as a teacher, we know the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid. We can improve our capabilities starting from remembering the lowest or the lower order thinking skill, and then understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And the creating is the highest order thinking skill that we need to prepare in these situations. That means we are involving in long life learning. Yes, long life education. Then for you students, I would like to give some suggestion or some recommendations, and you can choose which one is convenient for you. Yeah. In these situations, I think we can obtain the professional development. For example, you can attend or present a webinar at a virtual conference like today's, and also you can participate in a competition, obtaining certification for self-development program, and creating video content for creativity, yeah, thinking new things, get the productive, and also, for example, updating or sharing a knowledge using podcasts, etc., etc. So you can choose freedom. The most important thing you can not avoid from this situation because time must go on. So we need to keep studying, keep fighting, keep collaborating, and so on and so on. Then finally, because in limited time, please allow me to give some summary. In Industrial 4.0, in 21st century skills, we are encouraged to have what we call 4 competencies of 21st century skills. You need to improve your critical thinker so you can enhance your solving problems capabilities, and you are encouraged to be as communicators so we can understand and communicate ideas, and then collaborator so we can keep in touch with other, yeah, from Indonesia, with Malaysia, Colombia, and other countries. And then of course in these situations we need to have creativity capabilities. That is what we want to say in this time. So I suggest you can find the companions from you. Okay, good luck for you, for all participants, for students. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for speakers. And of course, success for this event. Thank you very much. Good morning. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Iwan Kustiawan for the greeting. As what Mr. Iwan said, that we have to be still productive in this situation. We can do so many productive activities during this pandemic. Example, as what Mr. Iwan Kustiawan said, by keeping in touch with others, keeping collaboration, keep creating, and other things. Thank you so much for the greeting, Mr. Iwan Kustiawan. Now, for the next greeting, it's now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Mr. Professor Shaum Baliana. Well, the time is yours.
Thank you, moderator Rafi.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Technology and Vocational Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Dr. Ana, the delegation of IEEE Region 10 Iwan Kustiawan PhD, the counselor IEEE UP Student Branch, Dr. Arjuni, the chairman of IEEE Indonesia Student Branch, and chief executive of the event, and all of the participants and committee. Let us praise to the presence of God, the merciful God, who has bestowed us to enjoy this webinar event with the theme, how we can be productive to pass the stress level during COVID-19 pandemic or era new normal. The purpose of this webinar is to increase knowledge and share experience about the new normal life that we are currently living. On all of these issues which we're facing, allow me to deliver. It is difficult time for us, humanity, all activities that we have planned to do. So we experience some problem in ourselves. ranging from physical problem to psychological. Then how exactly is the right way that we have to do to get through it? So we don't break down and be able to carry out our activities as before without having to think about the cost. Plus, the Indonesia government has taken steps to do new normal to the public. The burden is increasing because we have to fight pandemic COVID-19 with a very brave step. No fear, but still pay attention to the protocol that has been determined. Is this the right step we should take? Maybe yes and maybe no. That is a little I can deliver. I hope even in this situation we still see the bright side and keep moving on, push all boundaries and see this situation in different perspective and take advantage in it. Last, I would like to show my gratitude to the remarkable speaker that is Mr. Segura as chairman of Ieee Universidad Surcolombiana, Ms. Perez, Colombia section, Mr. Kau Ubon, as representative from Department of Agricultural Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, Raja Mangala University of Technology, Tanjaburi, Ms. Amanda, a student activities coordinator, Ieee Indonesia section, Ms. Sarah and Mr. Doni as the most outstanding student of Universitas Indonesia 2020 years, from Malaysia, Thailand, Colombia, Indonesia. Please cooperate well for the continuity of this event. Please enjoy this event and hopefully it's useful for all of us. That is all I can deliver. Thank you for your nice attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Thank you, Rafi.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Professor Shambaliana for the greetings. As what Mr. Saum said, that we have to fight with the COVID, with this pandemic situation, with very brave steps. It's it. And by still following the medical protocol for your each countries. Okay, now the greeting section was only the beginning. It's now my pleasure to go to the next section. This is the first section of webinar. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, who will share the material with the topic self-development with the usually activity during COVID-19 pandemic, or we call it as new normal. He is, the speaker here is the most outstanding student of diploma degree of Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia 2020. Here is his curriculum vitae. Let me read some points of his curriculum vitae. Well, he is the student of mechanical engineering education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. He is the most outstanding student in Universitas Indonesia for diploma degree. And he has so many achievements besides as the most outstanding. He ever had been the presenter in International Engineering Research Conference in Taylor University, Malaysia, and also published a journal there. I think that's all for reading his curriculum vitae. Now ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our first speaker, Doni Fajar Ramadan. The time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Doni Fajar Ramadan from Mechanical Engineering Program. I am undergraduate researcher in here, and I got most standing student UP 2020. In this great occasion, I would like to present my presentation about self-development to increase productivity during COVID-19 pandemic with STOA philosophy. Ladies and gentlemen, once upon a time, in the Asian pandemic around 1600s, they were great people who developed themselves and worked during the lockdown. Yes, they are Newton and William Shakespeare. Newton invented calculus theorem during the lockdown, and William Shakespeare wrote many famous books. We called entitled King Lear when lockdown. So from there, I was motivated to be productive when campus was locked down. Next. Alhamdulillah, in this lockdown, I wrote my first book entitled Pemrograman Dasar Komputer with my lecturer, Dr. Mumu Komaro. Then I got certified in programming language. Then I got most outstanding student award. Alhamdulillah. But all of that is not without obstacle in this lockdown. We all got problem. There is this pandemic such as next slide. Anxiety, procrastinating, problem. Maybe some people broke up in this pandemic because of bad communication and feel so bored in this lockdown. Okay, for a more attractive presentation, I would like to mix language. Okay. Okay. Next. So how to solve this problem? How to be productive? Based according the many research, happiness can increases productivity. Jadi kalau kita happy, ya kita bisa meningkatkan produktivitas kita. Contohnya kalau kita lagi kerja senang dengan pekerjaan kita, oke, pasti produktifnya meningkat. Happiness increases productivity. But how can how can we be happy gitu? Apa sih itu happy-nya? Terus gimana sih cara happy-nya? Apalagi lagi pandemi gini, pasti many people sad in this pandemic. Okay, next. According to the Stoic philosopher, happiness is a condition when we are not disturbed by negative emotion. Jadi kita tuh happy itu kalau menurut Stoic philosopher bukan tentang ketawa-ketawa, tentang bahagia-bahagia, tentang wah gitu ketawa meledak-ledak, tapi gimana kita bisa mengendalikan emosi negatif kita gitu. Karena nyatanya yang ketawa-ketawa juga belum tentu bahagia, banyak kan yang orang yang fake love gitu. So where does negative emotion come from gitu? Untuk kita decrease the negative emotion, we should know where does the negative emotion come from. Next. Okay, back. Okay. Sip. Imagine you walk in at the night at terminal, then you meet this person. Exactly this person. Jadi bayangin kamu misalkan pulang dari kampus atau gimana tengah malam gitu habis rapat gitu. Ketemu orang ini gitu. Orang ini banget. Apa yang kalian bisa tangkap gitu. Pasti kan ada yang ketakutan, ada yang lari gitu. Ini berdasarkan survei ya. Ada yang lari, ada yang ketakutan, ada yang apa gitu, nangis. Tapi ada juga yang selfie gitu. Nah, kalau misalnya kalian teliti, ini tuh he is Danny Trejo, he is famous actor. Jadi why we should scare? Berarti itu karena opini kita sendiri. It text appears the text. It's nothing that disturb us, but our opinion of them. Something which make us scared is our opinion, not external things. Okay, next. So negative emotion are the result of misguided reasoning. Jadi not caused by external things. Jadi kayak yang contoh yang tadi yang bikin kita keluar emosi negatif, ketakutan, khawatir, itu bukan karena eksternal sih sebenarnya, itu karena our opinion. Gitu. Next. Nah ini contohnya, this is an example. When we get an assignment, we often overthinking, then we think about our assignment, then we work on the deadlines, and we blame other for the problem. Jadi kita tuh kadang pas dikasih tugas gitu, malah tugasnya tuh tugas rada susah, dipikirin aja terus sampai pas udah deadline baru aja ngerjain gitu. Ujung-ujungnya nyalain, udah mah tugasnya susah, padahal kita tuh dikasih waktu banyak, tapi karena opini kita yang negatif terhadap tugas itu, kita malah kita overthinking dan ngerjainnya malah di deadline dan hasilnya pun nggak maksimal gitu. Next. If you are trouble because of external things, actually the trouble comes not from that, but from your own opinion about it. And you have ability to change this opinion anytime. Oke, mungkin semua orang pernah ngerasain ini, tapi tenang aja. You have ability to change this opinion anytime. Kita bisa ngelatihnya. Okay, so how to train it? Next. Okay, usually we think emotionally due to the accident. Jadi kita kadang mikir emosi itu gara-gara accident. Tapi sebenarnya emosi yang kita keluar itu gara-gara ini, next, muncul kan. Tapi gara-gara self opinion atau interpretasi kita sendiri. Nah, kalau untuk masalah yang terjadinya itu ya udah netral gitu. Kita nggak bisa kontrol itu. Pasti ada masalahnya. Tapi kita nggak bisa milih. Kita bisa milih sikap apa yang cara untuk menghadapi problem tersebut. Next. Contohnya ya. We thought that we are frustration because study from home, or we frustrate cause of corona. Tapi sebenarnya kita tuh frustasi gara-gara next. We are frustrated because our opinion, such as, oh my God, study from home make us stupid. Study from home make our result is bad. Itu. Nah, kalau misalnya kita hilangin opini itu, kita bisa lebih bersyukur. Oh ya udah gitu, kita gimana lagi gitu, udah SMA gitu. Next. Maybe sometime we thought that we bad mood because of the lecturer angry to us. Actually happen, yang bikin kita bad mood itu bukan dosennya yang ngambek gitu, tapi next. Yang bikin kita bad mood, berkepanjangan bad mood continuously, karena kita suuzon gitu. They are very annoying. Jadi dosennya, itu mah dosennya yang nyebelin gitu. Aduh, I'm so stupid. Jadi langsung minder, langsung apa. Padahal yang bikin itu, padahal mungkin dosennya yang ngambek gara-gara kinerja kitanya yang gak bagus gitu. Tinggal sikap yang bagusnya kan, tinggal kita tingkatkan performa kita di ngerjain tugas. Dan hilangin opini-opini yang negatif itu. Next. Maybe di sini ada yang broken heart with the boy atau girlfriend yang berkepanjangan, susah move on berbulan-bulan. Aduh, kenapa ya? Ternyata yang bikin susah move on itu bukan karena putusnya sih. Kalau putusnya ya udah itu takdirnya takdirnya atau ya emang karena ada suatu problem. Tapi yang bikin kita nggak move on itu karena opini-opini kita gitu. Mungkin pas udah diputusin kita malah mikir, oh my god, I'm cursed, I'm ugly, nobody love me, world is end, lebay. Ya gitu. Jadi karena overthinking kita make us frustration, prolonged broken heart. Kalau sebenarnya kan ya kalau sikap kitanya pas opini itu dihilangin ya kita mungkin bisa lebih menerima kenyataan dan nggak berkepanjangan problemnya. Next. So how to solve that problem? Caranya kalau di filosofi Stoa we call dichotomy control. We define that something are in our control and some things are not in our control. Jadi kalau kita dapat masalah, mungkin di manapun gitu, kita bisa bagi dua. Ada yang bisa kita kontrol, ada yang nggak bisa. Contohnya yang tadi ketika corona gitu. Ya corona bisa kita kontrol nggak sih? Ya enggak kan. School from home kita bisa kontrol nggak? Ya udah gitu. Itu kan emang terjadi karena hukum alam gitu. Yang bisa kita kontrol apa gitu. Next slide. Yang bisa kita kontrol apa? Ya mungkin kita bisa mengatur waktu kita di rumah, mengkondisikan di rumahnya gimana supaya we can increases our productivity. Oke, terus kayak tadi, terus lagi ada problem with lecturers atau ada masalah sama dosen, gimana caranya? Kita kan nggak bisa kontrol ya amarah orang lain atau perkataan orang lain. Yang bisa kita kontrol apa? Sikap kita. Mungkin kita bisa meningkatkan kinerja kita atau kita bisa minta maaf dan lain-lain. Lalu yang tadi yang the third problem when we broke up, yang bisa kita kontrol apa? Mungkin sikap kita ke our girlfriend, how can we communicate, and many things. Misalkan penampilan juga bisa diperhatikan gitu supaya tidak terjadi lagi gitu masalah itu. Nah itu kalau misalnya masalah-masalah itu udah terselesaikan, we can increase our productivity and we can develop ourselves. Okay. Next. And the last, there's one quote from Martin Luther King: "A productivity and happy life is not something you find, it's something you make." Jadi kalau misalnya kita nggak produktif atau nggak happy, kita jangan nyalahin. Don't blame other. Tapi kita introspeksi apa yang kita di diri kitanya gimana, sikap kitanya gimana. Karena produktivitas dan kebahagiaan itu kita yang buat. Kalau di filosofi Stoa itu sangat absurd sekali kalau kita menggantungkan kebahagiaan kita kepada orang lain itu. Yeah, because we cannot control other feeling, we cannot control other people. Okay. Jadi happiness itu bukan kita cari ya, tapi kita buat. Makanya nah untuk terakhir tetap stay at home, stay safe. Okay. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Untuk bisa connected, mungkin bisa for any question can follow in Instagram doni.f.rama or in jadi OA platform ada Harsa kita. Jadi saya selama pandemi ini belajar jadi content creator gitu bareng teman partner saya Teh Isabella. Nama platformnya Harsa Kita, bisa di-follow, bisa dilihat ada apa di sana. Terus bisa di-email juga donif.ramadan@ieee.org. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Alright, thank you so much, Mr. Doni, for your sharing. Before we a little bit review your presentation, I get the message from the committee. Sorry, we forgot some session. Yeah, we have to do photo session first before going to the next speaker. The photo session we do the portrait session by shoot our display, and it will be shoot by the committee. So for all the participants, I think you can turn on your video. Okay, please. I think I will count until 3. You can do your best pose. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think for Mr. Iwan, Miss Anna, also speakers, and Mr. Saum can turn on the video.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Miss Anna still turning off the video, I think. Okay, just continue. I will count until 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much for the time, for our speakers and also the committees. Okay, now we are going to the next session. It's now my pleasure to introduce our second speaker. Maybe you all guys have known her from the poster. She will share the material with the topic self-development with the usually activity during COVID-19 pandemic or new normal. So next. Here is her curriculum vitae. Her name is Sarah Istiqomah Widya Putri. She is the most outstanding student for bachelor degree in Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. She is the student of agro-industrial technology of education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Besides as the most outstanding student, she has a lot of achievements. Example, she had become the participant in annual Applied Science and Engineering Conference, International Union of Microbiological Societies. He also had published some papers journal, and other achievements. She has a lot of achievements here. So I think for economizing the time, let us welcome our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sarah Istiqomah Widya Putri. For Sarah, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Dean of Faculty of Technological and Vocational Education, Mr. Muhammad Syahumbarliana. The Honorable Vice Dean of Faculty of Technological and Vocational Education, Mrs. Dr. Anna. The Honorable Delegation of IEEE Region 10 Indonesia, Mr. Iwan Kustiawan, PhD. And the Honorable IEEE Student Branch Counselor, Mrs. Arjuni Pancawati. And all of the amazing speakers today and all of the participants. My name is Sarah Istiqomah Widya Putri. I'm a bachelor student at Agroindustrial Technology Education Study Program. I'm also a member of IEEE Student Branch UPI. And this year on June, I've just been awarded as UPI Most Outstanding Student for Bachelor Program 2020. I feel very delighted to have been given the opportunity to speak at this IEEE webinar. And I'll be sharing about the activities that I've been doing to develop myself to keep being productive during this pandemic. We sure have been having a hard time adapting and dealing with uncertainty during this pandemic. And it is perfectly normal to feel uncomfortable with the changes that we were experiencing due to COVID. Staying at home for 24/7, staying on bed all day, lacking of self-discipline and self-control. Somehow we found ourselves in a holiday mode and we ended up procrastinating all of the works we should have done. I've been there. Please next slide. And I know it's troublesome to stuck in the same hole every day. The hole can get so deep if we keep on doing the same thing every day. Running away from this feeling is not the right thing to do because you will keep the cycle continues. So remember that the only person that can change and decide what you do is yourself. So it's time to break your habits. You have to make yourself feel different starting from today. And now let me share a few things that worked for me and helped me to go through these past 4 months. And I'm sure you all can start to implement this starting from today. Next. Number 1, create and maintain outer order. So I just read this book by Gretchen Rubin and I learned that outer order contributes to inner calm. What is outer order? Basically, outer order means getting control of our stuff. Because when we have already overwhelmed by the multiple deadlines we have, and the fact that we are surrounded by a mess makes us feel restless. And once we clean up that mess, we free our mind and gain more energy to start doing other things. Just as easy as making up your bed every single morning as soon as you wake up will give you the feeling of accomplishment that will lead you to happiness, and happiness can boost your immune system. So try to maintain a quick, easy, and regular habits like 1-minute rule where you do any task that can be finished less than a minute immediately without any delay. Because really outer order helped me to reduce guilt and make me more productive. And also I've always tried to have a good sleep each night. I usually sleep at 10 and woke up at 4 or 5 so that I can feel fresh the next morning. Next. Always have a plan. Have a scheduled plan to be exact. Start your day or the night before writing down what you need to do, when you need to do it, and how you achieve it. Don't just let it be inside your head and constantly evaluating whether any activities is worth it. When you have a plan and a schedule, it is much easier to focus and stay focused. Make a list of priorities and details every task you should do. Because when I don't have any plans, for when I have multiple deadlines, I unconsciously tend to shift from one task to another, and it's harder for me to get tasks done in time. So be specific with your plan. Next, start small and be focused. It always seems blurry when you don't know exactly what you do with your work. So start working on it will open the door. I found that once I start as small as writing down the first word or for my work, it is easier for me to keep going. And also you have to eliminate distraction. The biggest distraction for me when I do my work is my phone. So I usually put it out of my reach so that I can focus on my work. And because if you're able to focus at work and on your goals, you'll be more productive and you'll get things done and reach your goals in time. Next. Number 4, take it easy, be at your own pace. It is obvious you're not supposed to be on your screen from 9 to 5, so slow down. Things aren't always so serious. Take regular breaks from your work because taking break is going to allow your focus to renew. Because when your energy starts going down, so does your focus, your concentration, and even your mood. So take a break physically and mentally as well. I usually only concentrate all my attention from my work for about 2 hours, and I follow it for an hour break or more. And if you're sitting at a desk, get up, walk around to release the tension in your body. And also remember to always drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. Next, number 5, create a balance. We should be aware of what we are doing and be mindful about it. Mindfulness is a way to help us connect with ourselves and the present moment. Work hard, play hard, and pray hard. That is for me. Always make time to communicate with your family, friends. Once in a while, meet up with your friends to gain back the energy and have fun, share stories and laughter. I feel very grateful that I've been surrounded by very supportive and caring and helpful family, friends, and lecturers that helped me and convinced me that I'm capable so I can go through it. And most importantly, pray hard. Everything happens by the will of God. God knows what is in every heart. Things will become easier if you remind yourself that you are doing it for God. So have a good intention, make it useful for others, and pray as many times for God's guidance. As a Muslim, always start everything that you do with Bismillah. Next. And here are the activities that I've been doing during this pandemic. First, quick catch up on daily news to stay updated. I usually spend like 10 minutes, and when I need a quick catch up on daily news, I usually read it on Catch Me Up ID. And read a book, at least a chapter a day will get you inspired and motivated during the day. Actually, join webinar and online courses that follow your interests. There are plenty out there, so find your passion. Participate in online competitions, stay creative, active, and maybe you will get the prizes. And learn new skills. Maybe you've been wanting to try the new recipe you found on Instagram, so try it. And be more physically active to improve your health. Maybe you've been spending like 8 hours, 10 hours in front of the screen, so release the tension in your body. And lastly, update your CV, because you may have joined a lot of activities, webinars, competition during this pandemic, and you need to put it on your CV before you forgot it. Next. Here I have a quote by Greg Reid. He said that a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action makes your dreams becomes reality. So write your goals and have action about it. Okay. To sum it up, for you to be productive, you have to create and maintain out order. Have a plan, start small and be focused about it. Take it easy, be at your own pace because it is not a competition, and create a balance. So remember that the only person that knows the most about you and can control you is yourself. You are worth it. So be mindful of yourself and stay productive. Thank you. And if you have any question for me, don't hesitate to contact me on my email, sarah@upi.edu, or on my Instagram @srs@stq. Thank you so much. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you, Sarah, for your sharing. Well, Doni and Sarah are the most outstanding students for diploma and bachelor degree in Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Doni, in his presentation, shared us about how to increase our productivity during this pandemic situation, and the keyword uh, of Doni's presentation is happiness. and happiness here is able to increase our productivity. And the definition of happy is the way to decrease the negative emotion. Well, that's really incredible. Now, and Sarah also share to us the tips, yeah, tips how to be more productive in this situation. She also gave us some example to do more productive, like joining webinar as what we do in this morning. And in the last of her presentation, she said that the one who can control of ourselves is us, yeah, is ourselves too, yeah. All right, now we are going to move right along. We have a very special speaker. It's now my pleasure to introduce our first guest speaker. This is our first guest speaker, and the topic that we are going to be, the topic that are going to carry out is how IEEE is used during COVID-19 pandemic. Next.
Hi.
This topic will be carried out by Miss Maria Alejandra Escocia Perez. He is the Student Activities Coordinator of IEEE Columbia Association. You all guys can see her curriculum vitae. She has a lot of achievements here. For her previous experience, she is an Australian engineering. She has an experience in Australian engineering company as instrumentation and control design engineer, and etc. She also has some volunteer experiences in IEEE Columbia. Now she is the coordinator of student activities there, Columbia section. She also as the young professional in IEEE Columbia for last year. All right, I think that's all for reading her curriculum vitae. So much achievement she has. So now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our first guest speaker, Miss Maria Alejandra. Miss Maria, the time is yours.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks to the student branch UP for inviting me here. Well, I would like to ask how many, like, is there everybody here an IEEE member? Or is like they have new people that wanted to enter to IEEE? Well, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna keep going. So could you hit the next slide, please? Yes. Well, for those who doesn't know, Colombia is a country in Latin America. We here have 54 students branches. They're super active, and we are holding webinars every week. So if you are like want to see them, you can follow us on Instagram. Then they will be later. We are like a pretty active section, and I have 12 members working with me. We basically help student branches to help activities and help them to develop their leadership skills on to be more organized with the student branches. So because we think IEEE is our first company, so So because we have to do like to manage people, money, and other resources that you get in the university. So that's why we say that, and we help them do that. Next, please. Well, I would like to start with the apps that you could get in IEEE. These are gotten from the App Store, but I guess in the Google App Store you can find them too. There's like a lot more, but these ones are the most that I found very interesting. So next, please. So the first one that we got is, I believe, Event Finder. This one is really helpful if you want to get to a conference that is held virtually or even like on like as normal. It organizes by the most important ones and also like the ones that are near you. So if you are interested in submitting a paper in IEEE, that's the one that could help you out. Also, the next one is that it has, no, can you back up? Yeah, sorry. The next app that you got is the one that is have everything in it. Has the events, has also the magazines that you get for having an IEEE membership. You can get the contacts there. You can do like a lot of things there. So I recommend you to check it out if you haven't yet. And the IEEE TV is kind of a platform when you get the webinars that are held in conference, and it's also like kind of a TEDx platform that they have like a lot of conference there, and it's good. And the last three ones are just games that you can play and learn at the same time. The robot guide is like, it helps you to get like an basic understanding about robots and how to use them. Like if you don't know anything about robotics, it will help you out to start like a startup. And the other ones are like just games, but it has like an educational thing behind it. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. And if you like have like free time, it's good like to play and learn at the same time. So it's a good time to intro. Next, please. So right now I'm gonna explain to you about the benefits that we have as an IEEE member, and it's really important like for you to use it. Like there's a lot of benefits that you can get from being an IEEE member, and also like you can get more benefits being a student, as like you can get scholarships and be part of international events and a lot of stuff. But the thing is that you have to look for it. Like if you are interested in robotics or biomedicine or aerospace, you have to look for it, because like every single society has opportunities for you to look for, and they are like almost like every year they launch new opportunities, and most of them are like get lost because the students doesn't know about them. So it's really important for you to get to know it. So I recommend you to like, if you to get involved, like if you really like a society, like get into the site and just like look for everything that they have to offer you, and yeah, get the best of it. So next, please. Well, for those who doesn't know, we as IEEE members, we get to get an IEEE account that it comes with a lot more benefits. Like you can get the Google Drives that is 30 gigabyte of storage. Also, you can hold and organize meetings by Google Meet, and you can record them too, and it's up to 250 assistants. So it's like really, really high. Also, like if you get an email from IEEE, it's easier to reach people from the organization. Like if you want to get a speaker that you know about and you want to get in touch, it's better if you reach them by your IEEE account. The next one that I want to share is the IEEE Explorer, that digital library. Like you can get access to free COVID publications that are right now, and they have like also online paid courses like Coursera and edX and those platforms. But these ones are more like help from people from IEEE, and they get you also PDUs that you can use them if you like project management and a lot of things. Also, you can get free books from IEEE USA. Like it doesn't matter if you are not part of USA, you can, as long as you're having a membership, you can get it and download it. And there's like a lot of good stuff there. Like I saw a book that it was like about how is going to be the future in 20 years or 10 years. So for you that are still studying, it's good to know what would the future hold, so you can get focused on that or whatever you like. And it's like a guide for if you are kind of lost of what you want to do in your life as a professional. So I really recommend you to go there and look for books that you really like and download it. It's free of charge because you're an IEEE member. And also, the next one is really good because I've just started to use it, but I really like it. It's like this one that is IEEE Collaboratech is a network that you can use. Is kind of similar to LinkedIn, but it's just for IEEE members only. And you can get information about consuls and communities that they are free. Like you can get the membership for free, and they are uploading us with really interesting information, mostly technical. So if you are really interested about technical stuff, you could really just look for the community there and see the events that they are holding, the topics that they're trying to look for it, and they have like collaborative stuff. Also, you can get everybody like who is an IEEE member there and talk to them. We are really like, as an IEEE members, I don't know how or why, but we are really open to help. So because we are volunteering all the time, so it's a good opportunity to meet really amazing people. Like that was one of the reasons that why I joined IEEE, because I really enjoy doing networking, and it helps me a lot. Please next. And this one is a success cases. That was one of my students in Colombia. He was watching. He was having this subject in university, and he just wrote down to the author, Jay Duncan, and they start talking, and then the author sent the book signed by him to Colombia, just because. And it was like really, and it was really good because like it doesn't like he got a new book that he could study with, and also was from the author. So that's like the kind of opportunities you get just for like being part of the community. Next, please. So now I'm gonna talk to you about more benefits. IEEE Academic is a platform made from students. That was an IEEE student branch idea first, and then IEEE educational activities took it from like help them grow, and it's like you can get the free educational multimedia materials like for mostly I just saw like software things like latex and more things, but they are like getting to upload videos. So if you know like you are interested into getting to know information, like you are really pro in some topic and you want to record a video about it explaining, you can do it and then upload it in the IEEE Academic, and it will be like really good because everybody could see it. Also, IEEE Engineering is a platform you can use. It's mostly used for hands-on activities, like for people that doesn't know engineering that much and they want to get involved. We in Colombia use this platform to children to teach them how to make a robotic arm and stuff like that, and to like change paradigm to change their minds into I don't like maths and I love math and it's really good and I could try it. IEEE ebook classics. This one is a digital library that you can use and look for it, and it's free because is you can get it from your membership. So if you maybe you got a book that is maybe needed in the academy, you can get it from there too, and it's really good. And I'm also being part of this last one, that it was at the Blitz Center of Leadership Excellence. That is a training solution for us volunteers who wants to get involved more in IEEE. Like they teach you how to be a leader. They got many courses and they got programs that you can get certificates, and it's good. And next one, please. Well, now we're getting into webinars. I just took for 2 of them, but you can get more and more in the platforms that I just show you. But this one is really good. Well, I'm really interested in space, so I just saw this one, and it's held by CAMSAC, and is a webinar. They held in a webinar every week, and the ones that are already held, they keep the recordings on YouTube. So if you are like interested in black holes or stars or the next Mars missions, I really recommend you to look at it. Like even the one that passed, you can get to them, and you can they're going to be held in these webinars until I guess September or August. I'm not sure about it, but it's good, and they use also Zoom, and they have like the Q&A and stuff like that. Please next. And this one is a webinar that I just get into it yesterday, and is help from students. So I advise you to get there and subscribe, because it's going to be like help from IEEE in general, and it's for you guys. So it's a chance to get to know more people into the community, and to know about things about the engineering and how to to get the more that you can get before you graduate. You know that it's not a competition, and but you, like, if you are really into something, you can get the best you want to be. So yeah, next one please. So yeah, that's all that I have to say today. I'm up to questions. Really, thank you. And these are all my contact cards. This is the Instagram account for our team in Colombia. We post every activity that we are holding or the student version are holding. We help them to pass forward the information. Yeah, you can help, like, email me or contact me wherever you want. And thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for Miss Maria for your sharing. For your information, some participants here are not the member, but I hope after listening to the presentation of Miss Maria, you or guys are interested to join IEEE membership with all its many benefits. Yeah. And or you can get the further information by surfing on IEEE website. You can find it on IEEE.org. Well, thank you so much, gracias, for Miss Maria Alejandra. She said that a lot of benefits we can optimize our membership on IEEE by example by optimizing the IEEE toolkit application, or you can access all IEEE platform, example to search journals maybe for your research and others. And also you can join some webinar series as what Ms. Maria said, and then knowing about upcoming international events, and still a lot of benefits that we can get after we are being the membership of IEEE. Thank you so much, gracias for Ms. Maria. Now, we are going to the next session. This is the time to do discussion to get clearer information. So I invite you all to ask questions to the speakers the speakers from the first session. You can put your question on chat box, I think, and then I will choose the question and read the question to for the speakers. Yes, please, you can put your question on the chat box. Oh yeah, because the time is already 9:23 in Indonesia, we have just about maybe 10 minutes for this session. So we are only, we only hold 2 questions, I think, for this session. And don't forget, for all participants, we will have fun in the last session by doing games. And there are some phrases that you can get. Q&A box. Wait. Okay. There are some questions here. I think I will choose the question. The first question is from Miss Francisca Mastarota Silalahi. I think this question for for Miss Sarah ya. What is the best way to avoid people with negative opinions? I mean, when your environment is dominated by unwell-educated people. Please share your opinions. Thank you. Yes, I think the first question is for Miss Sarah. You are likely to answer the question, please.
Okay. Thank you so much, Master Rotwa, for the question. And for me, I think to avoid people with negative opinions is something that we can control. So we should decide that we can find another person, another friends that is more well educated, more open-minded about and people with negative opinions, it's not easy for us to change the way they think. So the best way for me is, find another circle of friends that we enjoy to be with. Yeah, I think it is. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So the answer from Miss Sarah is try to look for another circle of friends that support us. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, because the time uh, about 8 minutes more. So let us go to the next question. This is for Miss Maria. And the question comes from a student in ITB, ITB, Institut Teknologi Bandung. And he is graduate from Electrical Education Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. His name is Ramdan. I want to ask some question to use the tool or apps or online course, etc. from IEEE. We should to be IEEE member or not, and how to join live conference from IEEE. For the last, how if I want to be IEEE member? Because I interest to join IEEE like moderator said. Okay, like I said. Okay, I think this question is for Miss Sarah. Please, the time is yours. Miss Sarah, Miss Maria, I'm sorry, for Miss Maria.
Okay.
How to join IEEE and to use all the tool and apps or online course, etc. Yes, Miss Maria. Maybe you can unmute the audio, the operator, please, for Miss Maria. Is there Miss Maria? Okay, to economize the time, I think let us continue to the next question because there are still some times here. Or I think we can answer the question from Mr. Ramdan by answer by Mr. Doni. You can answer this question, I think.
Okay, you can join in IEEE in IEEE.org. Di sana ada register and you can pay in IEEE.org register. Okay. You can join. Yeah, you can join in IEEE.org in register column. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Doni, for the question. Maybe that's a simple answer that you can serve to IEEE website and fulfill your identity there.
Yeah.
I think for more further information how to register
Hi,
as the
can you hear me?
membership, I think Miss Maria can explain it. Please, Miss Maria.
Well, I have to join by phone because don't know what happened to my computer. But yeah, like some of the tools are free to use without membership, but most of them you have to pay membership. And some of the webinars or the conference are paid even for IEEE members, but you can like you get a discount for being an IEEE member. Also, because you are studying, you can join IEEE by being a graduate student member. I think that's it. Like most of them are free for members, like the conference and webinars. They ask you for your membership, but some of them are free, so you can join. As these ones are also like the apps, the games. They don't ask you for your membership, but the apps that they have information about IEEE, you have to get the membership. I guess that answer.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Maria, for the answer. And yeah, as what Miss Maria said, you can freely access a lot of events, upcoming events from IEEE by joining the membership of IEEE. Okay. Okay, now let us go to the next section. We have passed the first webinar with three speakers. Now, for the surprise, we are going to the next session. It's now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, who will share the material with the topic, the precise ways how to do self-development and to decrease the stress levels during COVID-19 pandemic, or we call it as new normal. I think some of you have known who is she. Her name is Amanda Julia Isa. Please, operator, you can show her curriculum vitae.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, this is Amanda Julia Isa. She is the Student Activities Coordinator of IEEE Indonesia Section. And She studied in Telkom University, also study in Kumo National Institute of Technology, South Korea. And she really active in a lot of IEEE events. Okay, I think that's all for introduce Miss Amanda. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our surprise speaker here, Miss Amanda Julia Isa. The time is yours.
Okay, hello. Thank you for joining this cool webinar. So this is my presentation to the student branch UPI and all over the student in this webinar. So this is a really really fascinating webinar. Why I said like that? Because it's fulfilled for the cross nations. So my presentation here is to sharing about the powerful way to pursue your goals with creating a less stress habit and your own happiness. So your own happiness is really matter. Is it right? Okay. So before I start, I want to say hi to Dean of the Technology and Vocational Education, Professor Shaum Berliana. Hello, sir. And then I want to say hi also to the Vice Dean 3, Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, Dr. Ana. And the delegation of the IEEE Region 10, Mr. Iwan Kustiawan, PhD. And the IEEE UPI Student Branch, Counselor, Mr. Arjuni. Hai, Bapak Ibu semua sehat-sehat. Adik-adik semua yang telah berkumpul di sini. So this is my presentation and I hope you guys enjoy my presentation. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is my profile. Probably, okay. Can we go back to the profile? Hello? Yeah. So my name is Amanda Julia Isa. Now I'm working at the Directorate Wholesale and International Service in Telkom Indonesia, which I now having a really good compliance in data center and the platform for the Telkom Indonesia. So probably I'm just the only woman in the data center and platform in Telkom Indonesia unit. So this is my previous background for the IEEE, Miss Internet, and then the others organization called Ieee, and having probably published in the newspaper. Then I will share how I'm got there. Then I will share to you what is the starting points of my turning point of life. So probably next slide, please. So for teens, probably life is not a playground because we are a teens, we are a millennials. It's some kind of like a jungle. Why I call it a jungle? Because probably everyone knows how will we deal with the peer pressure. Teman-teman yang selalu ngedongkrak kita gitu ya, ngelihat teman-teman lebih sukses begitu. What is the motivation? What is the success or lack and thereof? And we starting to realize that the life of us, the millennials, is full of tough issue, life-changing decision. So what is the life-changing decision? Is cooperate with the choosing a major, creating mutual circle, and starting a new career. So it's everything in the tough issues is just in this millennial era, in this our stage of teenagers' life. Next slide. This is what we are sharing before. And I want to say hi to also Mr. Tajuddin Hadis. This is he's my first vice chair in Indonesia section student activities. And also having like probably 40 more webinars. And this is free for all student Indonesia. It's not only a student brand. Next slide. We are a corporate with the others organization. Next slide, please. We are corporate with the Ieee, Imperial College London, Surplus, and other startup to having a good webinars. So I want to start this presentation with the quiz. This is called a snap quiz. So you just need to follow and snap Insta story to this session and then upload it to your Insta story, because we have 3 free membership. And then I will share to the room chat how to join this quiz. It's called Stay Home Positive Quiz. So you can get your free IEEE student members. It's value for like $32. And then the IEEE membership value like $10, which will follow the 3 account Grace with Amanda. This is my new Instagram. And then the @tech.lats and @IEEE channel. And then it's just like having a snapgram with this event and tag IEEE channel, Grace with Amanda, Techlets, and also don't forget to follow and tag IEEE SBUP using hashtag Stay Home Positive. So we will like having 3 top Insta story and then announce tonight through my new Instagram, Grace with Amanda. So probably the student brands UP will choose like for the 3 top Insta story. So having the best account for yours. So don't forget to public your IG account. Okay, next slide, please. And my story will be start with my very first book. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. Probably not like it's not it is. I think it's like a life-changing book. It's not only a book, but my life-changing book. It's written by Sin Covey in 1997. So next slide. So what is the 7 habits in this book? So it helps me a lot through my teenage life. Why is it like that? Because it's just like simply as just like that to having what is my good habit to realize what is coming from the life. So first is the being productive. So proactive has a lot to do with a person like circle of influence, that what you can control, what you can influence, and what is out of your reach. So proactivity is strongly related to your acknowledgement, your own responsibility, and to influence people. So being proactive is a really first habit that you need to have. And then the second one is begin with the end in mind. So this is the habit of the vision and objective and the mission. Beginning with the end mind means that you need to have a decision today and constantly to take into your consideration what you are stand from in the really general. And then the third one is put first thing first. That the habit to do with integrity, discipline, sticking to your agreements. So it's the mindset of having put first thing first. And then the fourth one is the think win-win. So we need like, this is a habit for the paradox that temptation is strong to think in terms winning or losing. So everyone's need to think win and win. It's not just only me win, but you guys, it's also win. And then the 5th one is the seek first to understand to be then understood. So you need to having an understand, and then the second one after that to be understood. And then the 6th one is the synergies. What I said, the synergies is really important because this is required to achieve independence in the synergizing. So collaborating with others is really most important things in our. And then the last one is sharpen the show. The last one of the 7 habits is the really how to maintain. This is habit tells you to improving yourself, and then by taking exercise, meditation, and then keep your body health, because relationship and spiritually need to be balanced. Okay, next slide, please. And then I already like say probably a billion times about the IEEE for the webinars. So what is the IEEE? So IEEE is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, where the Thomas Alva Edison back then went for the Alexander Graham Bell is not possible founded the American Institute of Electrical Electronics Engineers. So basically this is the organization for you guys who really having interest with the technology. Not only an engineers, you can be an economics or the art student, but if you really want to know about the technology itself, so you can join the IEEE. So next slide, please. So the IEEE is having the 425,000 members around the world with the 46 technical societies and 190 countries that having a technical bridge in conference, and then 1,000 top cited pedicalists. So next slide, please. And this is the world's most successful technology organization. Why? Because probably you guys know about the YV, probably you guys know about the Samsung, because 7 out of top 10 telecommunication company is relatable also with the IEEE. Even the universities, government is really connected with the IEEE. Next slide. And what we learn from being involved with organization, because it creates a humble mentality. This is a really good for reducing our stress level. Why? Because we are talking with the other people, we are talking with other peer in the organization, and it's creating the positive vibes, and it creates a humble mentality. And then what is humble mentality is, next slide. It's probably situationally aware and then written relationship. So if you have a humble mentality, if you are just got in your top pace members, you have a top priority of the life, you are also like having to sharing to other people. So humble mentality is situationally aware and written relationship. It's the most strong of the itself for the being humble mentality. Next. And then what is the core values of the being humble mentality? It's growth our mindset. It's not just only here, but it's upstairs with our career. And then it's making a personal excellence of ourselves. It's creating like creating a positivity mind, and then having a personal excellence is looking really good inside and outside. And then it's also openness to learn. We always want to learn if we have a humble mentality. And then it's also comes to collaboration. Why I like repeat the types of the collaboration, because the collaboration it means for everything. So if we have the collaboration team, it makes you a really good vehicle to be a succeed. Okay, next slide, please. I always say that like the membership of the IEEE is just being a collaboration, but having the collaboration as you need to be having a team first. So always come first for the team. So don't forget to creating your team, creating and collaboration into the organization, because it will change you a lot. Next slide. This is my last completion in Dallas, Texas first, and then Portland, and then the last one is in the Oregon. So every humanitarian project contest, it comes for the national competition first, and then the next level it will be for the international competition. And I will share about the Pondok Rang team. So my team, this is Dita, Wildan, and then Tasha. We will have like the implementation Pondok Rang with the solar cell powered with the eucalyptus oil distillation process, and to give a sustainable environment. We have like a bit related humanitarian project contest, because we want to share our expertise in the technology within through competition and then the humanitarian. So we are starting to having a fund for the Balitbang, and then we are go aboard for like the probably 2 weeks and the US, and then having the second place of the global competition called Humanitarian Project Contest, Worldwide Contest. It's from the IEEE Industry Application Society. So don't forget to creating a team, because when we are starting here for a team in the national team, and then we are going abroad with our team, it's really different with just we having winning a competition and then having a certificate by just our own self. It's just one people. But if we are going to abroad with our team, we can just going into the traveling side, and then we are just going having fun instead of just the conference. So the IEEE meaning of the conference, and also to creating the things differently. So why I said it's differently, because we can collaborate with people from other countries, from the other companies, and it's helped me a lot to having like a really good retention for the other organization. Okay, next slide. Thank you so much for having me in these webinars, and then I hope you just really enjoy, because we will announce for the 3 top Insta story, and I already sent to the chat box how to join, and I will share to you the 3 free IEEE studentship membership and the IEEE membership value for the $10. And I also want you guys to having another webinars with us, and then having a stay home positive vibes, because it creating happiness and lessen your stress. Okay, that's all for me, and then thank you so much for your time. See ya at the next.
All right, thank you, Miss. Okay, thank you, Miss Amanda, for your sharing. Miss Amanda shared about the powerful way to pursue our goals with creating effective habits and our own happiness. So incredible. And in her presentation, she tell us to join the giveaway or the quiz, by making a Snapgram or Insta story, and then take some accounts that Miss Amanda already said, at Grace with Amanda, at tech.lets, at IEEE.channel, and also create an Insta story with the them stay home positive, and take IEEE SBUPI, SBUPI. And then the committee will choose 3 participants who can get 3 membership freely. Okay, and Miss Amanda also shared about her 7 habits that help her, like be proactive, kemudian begin with the end in mind, and other. And she also introduced probably how incredible IEEE is. By joining organization is one way to survive and learn in this situation. And the result, you can get humble mentality with its all core values, having collaboration by creating a team, and in IEEE, we are even able to collaborate with members from other countries. So a lot of benefits by joining IEEE membership. Well, thank you, Miss Amanda, for your sharing. In the last session of this second session of webinar, we are going to have question and answer session. So please stay. And now it's now my pleasure to introduce our next guest speaker. Please, yes. Who will share the material with the topic, all of the productive things to do and handle the stress levels during COVID-19 pandemic. And this topic will be carried out by our friend from Colombia, he is, yes, please, operator, you can show his curriculum vitae. Yes, he is Mr. Luis Leiva Segura, the chairman of IEEE Universidad Sur Colombiana Student Branch. You can see his curriculum vitae. There are so many achievements, of course. Now he is the student, ninth semester student of electronic engineering there in Universidad Sur Colombiana, with a lot of activities. I think that's all for introduce his identity. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our next guest speaker from Colombia, Mr. Luis Leiva Segura. Mr. Luis, the time is yours.
Hello guys, good morning. How are you going? Are you guys listening to me without any problem?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I have came to talk about these productive things that we can do to handle the stress levels during the COVID-19 pandemic. And next slide, please. Okay, I wanted to start with like a story time. How was the thing in my country? The first case of COVID-19 was found in the 6th of March of this year, but the quarantine began on March 24. It was allowed to go out of home as long as it was for some specific activities, such as walking the pet, buying food, or going to bank or notary office. It was really hard because when this started, almost 400 universities get closed and 12,600 schools. So it was something that had never happened before in my country, and it totally began a new lifestyle in everyone in this territory. Next slide, please. Okay, when all this started, uh, it began like a kind of series of scenarios in my life, and I just named the first one acceptance, which is full of different steps. Like for example, one of the most thoughts that always came to my mind was like, hey, everything is gonna be okay. This will be over very soon. The only thing that I have to do is to get used to receive classes via internet, and something that was really important, watch out for my biological schedules. And also it started to like let me sharing more time with my family, so we had a lot of fun actually. Everything was just perfect. We all were at home, and we were just fine and safe. Everything was just okay. But let me see the next slide, please. But then it started the denial phase. So everything just began to get longer. The lockdown began to stress everyone out because, like, for example, in my case, my lifestyle was like I was out of my house like all the day, every day of the week. And when I started to be just in my home, I was like drawing crazy, and it really began to cause some bad things in my life. Also, the quarantine began to get longer and longer. Everything that I saw on the news was the president say like, hey guys, I know it's been hard, but we need to stay like a couple of weeks more in lockdown because it is necessary, or hospitals can just handle the number of people that are getting sick. So it began to get longer and longer. And because of that stress, my biological schedules began to go crazy. So I started like sleeping at 3 in the morning and wake up like at 10 in the morning. And the whole night it was like without sleeping, and it began to cause me problems in my health. Like for example, I began to lose appetite, I stopped eating, I lost like almost 3 kilograms. And all this stuff, all these things began to create a really negative thing in my life, not also in me, but in my family. Because when you are with your family and one of you are not that well, the entire environment began to tremble and everything just gets like a little bit awkward and all the stuff. But thanks to a lot of things that for example, I began to look for help with some psychologists, and with help in the internet, I found out that I had to make a change in my life so I could handle these pandemic times without hurting myself, without hurting my family. So next slide, please. So it begins like another stage of acceptance. I know I told this the first time, but this was like the second time, and like the second chapter, like saying for that. So when this second acceptance began, I started to stay informed, because something that really got us stressed was the fear, because we didn't know like a lot of stuff about this new virus. So everything we saw in the news was like, hey, last month were like a number of dead people because of this, and it just started to fill us with fear, like, oh my god, what if I get out of home, maybe the virus could get us and maybe it could kill us. Sorry for saying those like raw words, but it was like that. So I began to read about this virus in a lot of documents that were made by the OMS, and I started to share with my family, because my parents were very like concerned about this, and and I also started to see the mistakes that I made in the first acceptance stage, because I was like thinking everything in a really fictitious way, because I was like, this is going to be over soon. But no, I started to realize that everything that has to do with pandemic things and diseases and all these stuff actually take a lot of time. So what I had to do was to restructure my life to adapt to these new things. So while the virus, or no, so while we are getting used to this virus, while our bodies are making new antibodies for fighting this virus, my life is not going to be hidden by this new normality. So please, next slide. It begins. It began another stage in my life, which was reinvention. Once I realized I had to get control over Once I realized I had to get control again about my schedules, I started to write it down. So there was a time when I have to sleep, where I have to eat, where I have to exercise, and where I have time to do things that for chilling, like for example, watching movies on Netflix or playing some video games. I also started to realize that it's really important to obey the rules our governments put on countries, because that is just to protect ourselves. Of course, there's been like one or two laws that maybe don't really help. Like for example, in my country, they said that there were a couple of days where you could buy things without paying taxes, and people really got crazy those days. Everyone was in the streets without caring about like biological security, and it was like a whole mess. So it's really prudent to obey the rules of the government, as long as we put our welfare as a priority. That's always must be the first point in everything we do. Also, maintain adequate biosecurity measures. This is really important, because if we want to get used to this new normality, we have to take care about ourselves. If we are going to, like for example, visit a friend, we have to be really sure that we are taking care of ourselves using the mask and other stuff, like for example, washing our hands. That's something really important, guys. when we touch everything, it's really important to watch our hands, because everything that we touch gives us like germs and all the stuff that maybe could make us ill. So it's really important to wash our hands. And always, this is something that is really important, to stay informed, inform ourselves about the virus, about maybe the medicine that people are creating in some countries to fight this virus. All these stuff we have to keep it in mind, so we can be like a little bit more relaxed. Like for example, saying like, hey, okay, this is a new virus, but hey, it's really okay because doctors around the world are working for medicine that could fight it. It doesn't mean that I can go outside without worrying about all the stuff. No, it means that I have to be patient, because once that medicine is developed completely, we could be a little bit more, I don't know, like for example, sure that everything is gonna be over soon. Next slide, please. And this is the other stage that had come really good to my life. For example, I know maybe most of you guys are like engineering students and all this stuff. And maybe the kind of thought that we have, it's a little bit close, like really specific. So what I found is a way to explore different sides of the thoughts that an engineering student have. For example, the artistic side. As you can see in the picture of the up right, which have a word written in blue. That's a word that was written by a friend that is teaching me some calligraphy. As you can see in the picture is the Instagram of this boy. He's really talented and I love his work, and I'm just happy to have him because he's teaching me this kind of stuff. All of those words are written in ink and quill. So it's really awesome. I really like it, and I found like a lot of relaxing in all the stuff. The picture that is below that one is like a dessert. Something else that I have found really funny in this pandemic stuff has been cooking time. I found out that I like to cook, and it's like it really goes well when I'm in the kitchen. So it's really fun. So this kind of stuff help me to relax and help me to be productive at home, because for example, it could be the task of the lunch or any other food in the day could be delivered to different people of the family. So the task of the home doesn't feel like really like a lot of weight in one person, but everyone can help each other. Another stuff that I found out is the time of the day when I could just sit down in my computer and look for interesting data. For example, when I was invited to this webinar, I started to look for Indonesia, and I found out that Indonesia and Colombia are some special parts of the world because they are really in the almost literally opposite side of the world. That's why you guys are 12 hours ahead us, because if you drill a hole, and is specifically in the city where I live, which is Neiva. If you would drill a hole in my city that could go through all the planet, it would go directly to Indonesia. I found that data really interesting. And that's why, guys, in the picture that is down the map, where it's like a sunset, that structure is a couple of blocks away of my house, and it symbolized that kind of friendship, I don't know how to call it, between Colombia and Indonesia, and specifically because of that data. And also I found out for example, this link below, or the link below of all the pictures, it's a link of a library that I found that it's open to everyone, and everyone that gets to the link could read the books they have without paying anything. That's something that found really interesting and really useful, because people like me that maybe like to read about stuffs that we don't know about, it could be like really really close to us. Next slide, please. Okay, another part of the reinvention is that as you can see, all these logos, different stuffs that I could really found interesting and really useful in the quarantine time, because it is related to academic stuffs. Like for example, another this one, which is Open Library. It's another platform when you can find a lot of free books and you can read it wherever you want. The logo of the IEEE stream is something that could be really helpful too, because it, as maybe you guys know, is one of the biggest competition of programming in the world. So when you get to the page of this event, you can find like material for getting ready for this event. And while you're having fun programming, you are building your stuffs on it. So it's really awesome. Also, I put the log of IEEE because, as you could see in the exposition of my partner Alejandra, she showed us a lot of applications and stuff that we could find in this platform that could help us and that could feel like that space of want to have knowledge while we are using our membership, because, well, you know guys, that's money that we inverted, so why not to get these services. And I also found the Coursera log. I put it in here because I don't know guys if you have used it. It is a platform where you can find a lot of courses that could teach you about a lot of stuff. And when I say a lot, it's literally a lot of stuff. It could be like technological, it could be like anything that is based on laws, or maybe something that have to do with even the kitchen and stuff like that. That's why I put it in here, because you can find a lot of stuff in this platform, and it is not necessary to pay for that. The only way that you have to pay is if you want to have the certification. If you don't want to have the certification, then it's not necessary to pay for the courses. Next slide, please. And well, thank you so much. That was everything that I had to say. As you see, guys, this is Stay Safe was written by hand and by my hand. As you can see, I really like it, and I find a lot of peace doing it, and it also gets me relaxed. So thank you so much, and that's all.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Luis. Gracias. Thank you so much for your sharing. Mr. Luis shares a lot of information, knowledge to us, and it's probably almost same with Indonesia, that Colombia began the quarantine on March 20 and 4th. It's almost same actually. And then Mr. Luis also shared to us some tips how to be more productive in this pandemic situation, like stay informed, look for company when you feel you need it, look back to see what was mistake and avoid it in this time. If in bahasa maybe like muhasabah diri atau introspeksi diri gitu ya. Muhasabah atas segala kesalahan. And Mr. Luis also shared to us how to reinvent, to make reinventation, like create schedule of our daily activities, obey the rules of the government, always putting our welfare as priority, and etc. So many information and knowledge that Mr. Lewis shared to us. Thank you so much. Now we are going to the last but not least. It's now my pleasure to introduce our last guest speaker from Thailand, who will share the material with the topic, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. How will we do our usual activities on this situation? Okay, please show his curriculum vitae, Mr. Operator. Well, his name is Norawid Hauyubon from Thailand. He is a student. He studied at Raja Mangala University of Technology, Tanyamuri or RMUTT, in Food Engineering Department of Agricultural Engineering Faculty of Engineering, and he has a lot of experiences on works like international community outreach, the global capstone design project, the global capstone design project on for two workshops here, and his education. He is a student of food engineering, math and science in Kaibadan Witaya School, and he has a lot of achievements, of course. And now he is also the member of Ieee, yeah, in the student branch of his university. All right, I think that's all for introducing his identity. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our next speaker from Thailand, Mr. Norawid Khawubon. For Mr. Norawid, the time is yours.
Hi, I'm Mr. Norawid Khawubon. Good morning, everyone from Thailand, and say hi to participants around 200 people. And this day, I'm come to present about. I need to share. The topic is how will we do our usual activities on this situation, and I need to share in Thailand how Thai people doing activity in this time. And next slide, please. And I'm gonna talk about the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic first. At first, the most impact in Thailand is that people who have a job that need to meet people randomly have to suspend from job during COVID-19 pandemic situation. And it is the most impact with people in Thailand. And every business is like industry company and marketing office like that got trouble because government announced to lock down and every business is going to close and going to get people out of job, and many people lost their job. And next one example, people who have the job in this restaurant get fired out of job will not get money after these people will not have money to care themselves, and that's why this very impact on the people in Thailand. And about the marketing and stock market is take a nose dive from their main position because every business has been closed by the order from the government that caused the lockdown. And please, next slide. Okay, now I will talk about the culture in Thailand. The culture is actually main culture in Thailand. The people, family, every family that have to eat dinner together in the same pot, you know, it's like everyone put something to eat in the same pot and share to other people in the family. And after the COVID-19 pandemic situation, Thai people had to change their life entirely from the past. And afraid and beware about COVID-19 is that if I going to eat with my family, I'm gonna be the next one who infected in COVID-19. Yeah, that's why I have to change entirely. Okay, and the next one. Okay, I will talk about Thailand under abnormal situation. And this first one on the left side, COVID. At first, people have to stay at home until COVID-19 pandemic situation get more better because virus will not expand if people not going to public. Okay, and another after the lockdown, after after the lockdown is going to better. After cancel lockdown, people need to follow every suggestion how to live in the public during COVID-19 pandemic. Beware about COVID-19 and how to live in the public. People and some people don't care about COVID-19 too much and not to follow every attention. And people will solve that problem that create new innovation to help people to live in this situation is completely to follow together. Example, wearing mask in window restaurant like that. And after the vaccine production, everything is going to better. It's okay now. It's going to be new normal. And new normal is change their life of people entirely. It's like, and now we can work together at home. Maybe sometime we going outside of the house, wearing mask every time we're going to public place. And if we bought something or buy something, we don't use the cash anymore and try to use an e-payment. And everywhere they go, always see the service that often cleaning. Okay, let's see another page. Okay, in the example on apps normal in Thailand, during the lockdown situation, many companies given order to all personnel working at home. It's like online working until the COVID-19 pandemic situation get more better. And the government canceled the lockdown, but still have a limit time to going on public. And everyone had to get back to the house before 10 p.m. And next, and you will see if anyone want to follow the rules, will get arrested by police officer. Okay, please next slide. I will explain about Thailand lockdown curfew phase. At the first stage, the government ordered to do not order to go outside after 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. and close the pub, cineplex, boxing stadium, and spa. I'm gonna focus on boxing stadium is because very dangerous place to expand the virus COVID-19. Okay, and next step, second step, do not allow to go outside after 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. and try to unlock a little bit. It's like unlock industry, company, and IT shopping and material market that any instruction can be continued together. And third state, do not allow to go outside and the same, but it's going to more shortly. Just can go outside after 3 a.m. and going to unlock shopping mall, cineplex, and salon and bar and barber. Okay, and fourth state, cancel the lockdown that not have any time to can't go outside the house. You can go 24 hours now and try to unlock meeting place, school, college, and gym. And the five, and last one, unlock pub, spa, boxing stadium, internet cafe. Is better now. Okay. Okay. Next slide. Okay. In Thailand, after lockdown, every people focus on suggestion, how to live in public and try to follow. Example picture, on the public transport, you will see on the left side, they have to check every people going into the public transport that have to check by the temperature test. And next one, on the right side, you have to stand to social distancing. You have to keep your distance to other people for 2 meters. Okay, next one. And here, you will see the public station on this page. At the left side of the bottom, you see the thermal test like that. Maybe this woman have to higher than manly, you know. It's like out of the position that you can go inside and have to check about, are you okay? You need to call emergency about testing COVID-19 like that. And the right one is a new innovation that we need to get in the public, because we don't need people to get closer to another people to use the temperature test together get closer, but you just see the on monitor and just looking for people walk behind of the camera. Okay, and next one. And here is an example to new innovation use filter people in the public transport. Okay, next. And here on the left side, this is normal in Thailand on the public transport. And after the COVID situation, you will see people in the public transport keep the distance to other people like this. You will see the mark on the floor. Okay, and next one. And left one, you can see inside the public transport. It's too many people inside there. And on the right side, we have to change. You can see together. You have to next by next. Like here, this picture is getting closer. On the right side, it's already see. Do not see it. So keep social distance. Okay, next page, please. And here is a how to clean in public transport. They will clean every morning or some uh, public transport stop. Okay, they will clean every time. And here is a machine for buying ticket by yourself, not communicate with people who going to sell ticket. Yeah, it's automatic by QR code. And next one. And here is a market and supermarket. You will see in the market on the right side, if you did not wear any mask, you can entry inside. And on the website is a supermarket. You will see the monitor looking for people who is a high temperature and is going to talk with, communicate with him or her. And after that, maybe call emergency. Okay, next. And here is supermarket cleaning service. It's like we be careful about everything that we contact. We have to clean it all after customer use it. Okay, next one. And here is a market in my university. Is a street market, and we have to check every information too. And you see, some people will write on the paper. There is a writing for information that if anyone have already tested and that one is infected people. And another one that side information inside that people will have called by service and emergency about you have to go in to check yourself because it have another one who infected that will have number phone like that. Okay. And next one. And here is a, you will see the entrance will have the block way by the line. You can enter inside just one way or two way. To careful about people don't go randomly inside. Okay. Next one. And the cafe and restaurant in the public is same. Every place is same like this. Have to test temperature, temperature test by staff and scan QR code to check in. Okay. And next one. Here, this picture show about how the restaurant and cafe care about social distance. That people need to keep distance together. And next one. And here is how restaurants do with themselves. Need to use the plastic tape to block seat to other table. Don't need to contact or any air contact like that. Don't need to another one spend virus to another people. Okay, next one. Okay, here is service spot. Is example is my university library. Okay, here is the font. Next page, please. And inside here is same. People have to check in first and test the temperature test. The next one. And here we have to check in every time. Every building have to close another way and just have to one entry and one exit. And test every time. Okay, next. Here is an example. I think you can see inside the monitor. Okay, next one. And here, the example of the how you to check in the service or building and restaurant like this. It's the same everywhere. Use this QR code too, but not the same QR, but the same information. Okay, next one. Here is a information about how to enter inside. Okay, next. They show information about. Okay. Let's back. Okay. Here is the first one on the left, on the top. You have to wear a mask every time that you're going to service. And right one, you have to clean your hand by alcohol gel. And below, you have to test a temperature test, and you have to clean, often clean, and keep social distance. Okay, next one, next page. And here, how to check in service. Here is a example. If you need to go inside, you have to check in on the website on the green circle icon. And if you already put it, you will check in completely. Okay, next one. And if you want to go outside, you have to put on the right side. It's called check out and complete the survey. And you will see the information about operator or staff or customer wearing mask all the time. And you have the alcohol gel inside there. And people keep social distancing, and the service are always clean. And you will see it. And just submit, and you will see on the right side, thank you for complete the survey. Okay. And this one, you will see the sticker. It's just a little one. It's like if you have this one on your shirt or anything, it will show you about you already checked everything on the front, and you can going inside now. Every people will feel comfortable if see this one is okay. We can get closer if we need to communicate. Okay, next one. And here is a kind of innovation. Is a just not too much technology, but kind of mechanic. Yeah, you can step on the ground like that, and the gel will drop on your hand, and that's why we use it. We don't need to touch together like same people before that. Okay, next one. Here inside the service, you will see the mark on the floor. Yeah, be careful about social distance. Okay, next one, bro. And here is an elevator or lift that you know. You will see the mark. It show about people have to stand and keep your back on other people, and you keep your head straight to the wall like that. Okay, next one. Here is an example how to stand in the elevator. Okay, next one. And here is in the library. The seat everywhere is giving order to careful about social distance. Okay, next one. Here is saying, okay, next one. and here is toilet, and student keep distance like that. Next one. And here is a staff. She walk around the library and try to clean everything. If any table, a student going outside, she going straight to clean it in that time. Okay, next one. And here is a normal in Thailand now. People keeping wearing masks every time that it's like it change new life with their people have to wearing masks like that. People careful about COVID-19 don't need to get more extremely dangerous. Okay, next one. And thank you for all attention. Here is my country. I need to share to other people from other country that need to careful about social distance and everything. If you can take care of it, you will help each other and we going better together. Okay, stay safe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Narawit for your presentation. Mr. Narawit shared us about a lot of information and knowledges. He said that this pandemic also impact many aspects in Thailand. He showed us some pictures like the changes situation in culture aspect, company regulations, school, public transportation, and etc. But in other side, in Thailand, the situation makes some people there create some innovation, yeah, like for some service spot and other things. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Rawit, for your presentation. Well, now that was the last speaker for our special event today. After this, we are going to have question and answer for the second section because the time is already 10:43 in Indonesia. I will choose two questions, only two questions for this session, and only one question, yeah, only one question. I'm sorry, and I think the three speakers can answer shortly for this question. Maybe for this session, we have only 10 minutes to do question and answer. Well, the question is from Miss Hernan Cristo, Mr. Hernan Cristo Anclochario. Indeed, we have to stay productive on this pandemic situation. We can do it by doing interesting habits. But most of our social activities are conducted online. However, there must be several individuals who have problems with his economic condition or internet problems. These issues prevented them to stay participate virtually. In your opinion, is there any way for these individuals to stay productive with these problems going on? Just the question. I think maybe Miss Amanda, Mr. Norawid, and Mr. Luis can answer the question shortly. I'm sorry, because the time is really short. I think for the first, Miss Amanda can answer this question.
Okay, thank you so much for the question. It's from Anrahigo and Caristo and Florito. Okay, the question for the panelists, it's how to edit any way for the individual to stay productive with these problems going on. It's about the internet problems and the economic condition. Yes, we facing same problem in Indonesia. actually our penetration is more than 80% of the internet industry in Indonesia, but probably we still have the lack of communication because we need to pay something, some amount of money to get the internet. So basically, I already conclude that we need to involve with the organization, with the community. Why we still need the community? Because in several activities, without the internet connection, we still having conducting the event without using the more infrastructure. So if you have the community that can help you to reach out with other feedbacks, it's as well it's extremely good. So basically, the IEEE also having the humanitarian activities. So if there is student brands in outside Jakarta greater area or in the most rural area in Indonesia, we are got some humanitarian activities there to provide the internet connection within the collaboration with the company. For this example, for the telecommunication company in Telkom Indonesia, and then collaboration with the student brands inside the rural area. So basically, I suggest you to having a community instead of the or the organization instead of the just being alone by the individual yourself. So probably it can helps you to reach out more of the opportunity that helps you a lot to having this productive on this pandemic situation. So that's from me.
Okay, thank you, Miss Amanda, for the answer. Now, maybe Mr. Luis, you have your own opinion to answer the question. Please, Mr. Luis, the time is yours. Mr. Luis? I think there is a technical problem. Before Mr. Luis, I think maybe Mr. Norawid, you can share your opinion to answer that question. Yes, please, Mr. Norawid.
On the top one or the bottom? On the question of the panelists?
Oh yeah, there is a new question, yeah.
Yeah, new question.
Okay, I think the last question. How social distancing can do it to many people?
Okay, how social distancing can do it to many people. I think in this time, not too much people going outside the house because beware about COVID-19, and every building have to filter the people that you have to check your temperature, health, and are you wearing mask? Like if you, it's like not too many people that can pass all, you know, and in the building will have too much space inside there, and you can keep. It's like in this time, people in Thailand, if you see another one stand beside you, you will get far as you can. Okay.
Okay.
It's completely mindset.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Rawit. The question comes from Mr. Amin Hidayat. Thank you so much, Mr. Amin Hidayat, for the question. Okay, I think because the time is over for the question and answer session, I think Mr. Luis has a technical problem. It's okay. Now we are going to the next session for this event. And now we are going to have fun by doing games. Maybe all you guys have known about Kahoot.it. So the games here will use this platform Kahoot.it. Oh yeah, before that maybe the operator can prepare the platform. I will explain. I will remind you about the quiz that Miss Amanda explained on her presentation. don't forget to create a Insta story on your Instagram with the hashtag stay home positive. And this quiz will have a door prize. It is, you will get free IEEE student membership value $32, and there will be 3 accounts chosen by the committees and will be announced on Miss Amanda's Instagram ya, @Grace with Amanda. Okay ya, don't forget to join the quiz. Well, Mr. Operator, please show the Kahoot. Okay, guys, you can join these games by put your ID. Please use your real name ya. Don't use other name or your nickname. Just use your real name, and then put the game pin. I will wait for you to join the Kahoot for maybe 3 minutes. So the winner in this session is the fastest to answer the question on screen ya. Maybe some of you has already known of the concept ya, the way Kahoot IT ya. And after all question are answered, we will get 3 winners, and the committees will contact the winner after this event. All right, already 37 participants joined. 39, 40. Okay. You just write kahoot.it on your browser, and then it will send you to the platform, and then you have to put your ID. Please use your real name and put the game pin there. All right, I think 1 minute left. Okay, we will start the quiz. Number 1. Tidak ada audionya ya. Biasanya suka ada musiknya gitu, operator. Oke, gak apa-apa. Biasanya suka ada musik khas Kahoot. Okay, already 48 participants answer this question. All right, 31 participants answer correctly. Okay, congratulations for Asef. Now we are going to the next question. Happiness increase productivity? True or false? This is the material from our first speaker, Mr. Doni. Kurang kerasa gamesnya ya kalau tidak ada musik. Musiknya kemana ini? Oke. Okay. Oh, 2 participants still answer wrong. Okay, still Mr. Asep in the top, on the top as the winner. Okay, now the third question. which doesn't include activities normally carried out for self-development during a pandemic. Okay. This is the materials from our second speaker, Miss Sarah. All right, 19 participants answer correctly. Okay, next question. Oh my, congratulations, Mr. Asef, still being the top. Okay, next question. What is the sequence of events COVID-19? All right. Okay. Congratulations for the one who answered it correctly. Wow, Mr. Asef is still be the king. Well, the next question, number 5. What productive things are done to deal with stress levels during COVID-19 pandemic? All right. 23 answer correctly. Okay, next question. Lockdown began to stress everyone out. True or false? Okay. Wow, Mr. Asef, you are really great. And Miss Virgilia is the second one as the runner-up. Okay, the 7th question. What date was IEEE founded? Is it explained when the speaker has presentation? I forgot, but you can search it actually on IEEE.org. All right, only 14 participants answer correctly. Okay, next. Wow, Mr. Asef, you are really smart. Okay, the 8th question. Is it true that Thomas Alva Edison and Alexander Graham Bell are the founders of the IEEE? I think you can get this material. You got this material from Miss Amanda's presentation. Yes, 28 participants answer correctly. Okay, the 2 last questions. Which one is not there of IEEE toolkit during the pandemic? This is the materials from Miss Maria's presentation. Okay, thank you. MashaAllah. Mr. Asef is still the top one. And this is the last question. IEEE.tv is one of IEEE toolkit during the pandemic. Is it true or false? All right, 43 participants answer correctly. And who are the winners? The third winner is Mr. Abian. The second one, the runner-up is Miss Virgilia Karin. And the top one, our winner is, I think, Mr. Asef. Is it right? Yes, that's right, Mr. Asef. All right, for the winners, Mr. Asep, Miss Virgilia, and Mr. Abian, you will be contacted by the committees after this event. Okay, congratulations for the winners. I hope you enjoyed the games, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. The games that we have passed is the last agenda for our event today. Don't forget to join the quiz that Miss Amanda already explained on her presentation. I think because that was the last agenda, we are coming to the closing session. As the moderator, maybe I will give the conclusion, a little bit conclusion of our event today, that this pandemic is really impacts many aspects in many countries, Colombia, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and many aspect has to be changed, like in culture, company regulation, school, maybe transportation, restaurant, and other markets, supermarket, and etc. But our task is how to be productive in this situation by keeping collaboration, keeping synergize, create, being active in organization, and other things. So we also pray that COVID-19 will finish soon and we can do our activities normally again. And so that I hope we are able to meet in person offline, yeah. Maybe in Colombia, Thailand, Malaysia, or maybe in Indonesia, yeah. So thank you so much for all speakers, for the event organizer, Mr. Iwan Kustiawan, Miss Arjuni, Miss Anna, Mr. Saum, thank you so much. Before we close this event, we will do photo session first, yeah. We'll do photo session first. I think the operator can show all the participants, and I hope the participants can turn on the video. Yes, please, Mr. Operator, before we close this event. Oh, the participant can join, yeah. So okay. Okay, for the committees, for the speakers, and yeah, for the committee speakers, please turn on your video. We will have photo session first before we close these events. Ibu Arjuni, maybe if you are still, you still stay, or Mr. Iwan, maybe you can join too. Okay. I will count until 3. Okay, Miss Arjuni, thank you. Okay, still waiting for the others to turn on the video. Okay. Okay, yeah. I will count until 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe you can show your best pose. It's free. The last one photo session. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much. I think that was the last agenda for our event today. Now we are coming to the closing session. Thank you so much for all the guests, speaker, organizer, and also for all the participants have joining our events today. I hope you enjoy and get a lot of knowledge and information with our topic today. We look forward to seeing you at the next event, inshallah, organized by IEEE UPI Student Branch. I wish you all a pleasant day. Thank you for coming. Terima kasih. Gracias. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat semuanya. Makasih Kak Amanda, Ibu, Bapak sekalian.
Keren banget, rame.
Terima kasih semuanya. Buat
Ya.
peserta nanti, nanti buat peserta dikasih link buat download sertifikatnya. Nanti tinggal diinputkan namanya, terus langsung ke download sertifikatnya beserta udah namanya tertempel gitu ya. Oke.
Oke, thank you.
Oke, itu untuk informasi untuk download sertifikat. Nanti diinfokan lagi di Instagram untuk tata cara downloadnya ada. Linknya mau di-share sekarang? Mungkin Fami udah ada linknya? Fami Jabar?
Udah ada Kang, tapi data pesertanya lagi dimasukin.
Oh ya, lagi diinput dulu data peserta katanya. Nanti tinggal dimasukin namanya langsung dapat. Nanti linknya dikirim di Instagram aja mungkin ya Fami?
Ya, jadi teman-teman peserta follow dulu.
Ya, follow dulu Instagramnya, nanti ada dikasih link buat download sertifikatnya. Nanti setelah dibuka linknya, input nama, submit, langsung ke download sertifikat yang udah ada namanya gitu. Oke, begitu aja dari saya.
Oke.
Izin live semuanya, keren banget Nova semuanya.
Terima kasih Kak Amanda, terima kasih Mas Norawid.
Terima kasih Kak, maafin.
Makin sukses.
Thank you Norawid.
Ya.
Ya,
Bye
ya makasih Kak. Dadah.
Thank you.
Ya, buat Mas Doni sama Sarah.
Thank you, Mr.
Maybe we can talk later for Norawid.
Okay.
Personal for Luis, Mbak Maria.
Oke, terima kasih.
Ya, sama-sama.
Ya, sama-sama. Sama di kap.
Sawadee-kap.
Atas kesempatannya, makasih banyak ya.
Ya, terima kasih Doni ya, Sarah, semuanya, Kang Raffi, terima kasih.
Terima kasih ya, maaf kalau ada yang ada kurang.
Ya.
Terima kasih nih Kang, aduh, pisan.
Terima kasih Pak Iwan.
Akhirnya muncul kamu.
Mantap, pokoknya
Terima kasih.
sekarang mantap.
Siap, makasih Kak.
Teman-teman semua terima kasih ya.
Di waro.
Sama-sama, Okra.
Kakak Okra.
Parah, jahat banget.
Sama Tak.
Parah.
Ada ini dari ketuplak ya.
Sarahnya ada 2.
Sarah yang mana? Berarti nanti Tak mau ada evaluasi atau gimana Tak habis ini? Nanti ya.
Evaluasi besok.
Pasti.
Keburu basi ya tuh Kang besok mah.
Nanti malam.
Ada yang nanya tuh, ada evaluation form nggak? Evaluation form gitu.
Evaluasi form.
Oh, kayak kritik dan saran.
DM IG aja.
Langsung aja di DM di
Langsung
Instagram.
aja ke DM IG di Instagram @polySDUP.
Ya Bu, Pak, silakan untuk ada yang kritik dan saran silakan ke IG kita aja di IEEE DM aja lang. Terima kasih.
Ya kalau untuk merekam nanti diinfokan juga. Tadi yang menanyakan di YouTube ya. Nanti diinfokan via Instagram untuk link YouTube-nya.
Kang.
Ya. Kang mana ini?
Kang Nopal.
Oh iya.
Kalau nonton YouTube dapat sertifikat juga enggak?
Dong beda lagi itu mah.
Kalau mau ya itu aja, ajuin aja via DM gitu kalau mau. Saya udah nonton nih gitu kan.
Jangan lupa
Kita nggak tahu siapa yang nonton.
Oke, siap.
paling itu aja. Kalau misalnya nggak sempat hari ini, infokan via Instagram. Nggak sempat hari ini, terus kan dia udah submit ya, udah daftar juga. Suruh nonton YouTube aja, habis itu konfirmasi via DM. Dia udah nonton gitu, pengen dapat sertifikat, nah gitu Mi.
Buktinya
Screenshot YouTube-nya.
itu doang.
Iya gitu aja lah.
Oh, oke siap.
Buat Risa disiapin ya, buat link sama tadi tata cara buat yang nggak sempat ikut bisa lihat rekaman di YouTube, habis itu DM buat dapetin sertifikatnya gitu. Risa masih ada Risa?
Nanti aja sama aku disampaikan, Val.
Oke, ada Sarah ya. Oke Sarah, makasih.
Yo.
Nah gitu. Ada lagi buat sertifikat Doni sama pemateri gimana Mi? Udah disiapin juga?
Pemateri mah manual sama Risa, Kang.
Ya, manual ya.
Ya.
Doni udah dapat?
Saya dapat nggak?
Ah, dapat.
Kang Rafi best presenter.
Dapat kan? Dapat semuanya, dapat sertifikat. Doni udah dapat, udah dikirim atau belum? Oh, belum. Nanti aja dicek ya. Itu paling ya. Ya, makasih Kang. Raffi, makasih banyak. Waalaikumsalam.
Di partisipan masih ada Miss Setiawati, Fendi, Fikriya Hanin, Yora, dan masih banyak lagi.
Oke. Mungkin nanti kalau mau evaluasi tak siapin linknya aja di grup ya. Selain aja ke Okta mau evaluasi atau mau enggak gitu kan. Yang pasti eventnya habis ini jalanin
Nggak usah
yang
lah.
ya nanti ada buat panitia. Event habis
ini Sarah mau ngambil alih.
Oh ya. Nah, ini kan buat tim internal dan eksternalnya dijalanin lagi proker-proker yang udah dicanangkan di awal kan ya. Dijalanin lagi aja habis ini. Udah pada sampai ini kan tim eksternal sama internal dijalanin lagi. Tadi juga ada info tentang extreme programming ya Mi. Tolong dipelajari buat mekanismenya seperti apa gitu.
Oh ikutnya gimana? Extreme programming?
Nanti dari itu proker tim eksternal dan kalau mau apa sih namanya? Ikut open recruitment aja tim eksternal. Nah itu Fami kebetulan yang penanggung jawab tim eksternal itu.
Tapi gini Kak.
Internal.
Jadi IEEE Extreme Tech kita butuh kayak pembimbing gitu.
Iya.
Namanya proktor. Sedangkan UPI belum nyediain gitu.
Bisa kita ajuin aja atau kita nyari kan.
Oh dari
masih ada
gitu.
Ya. Boleh.
Oke.
Murot.
Ya. Paling gitu ya buat Sarah sama Doni kalau belum join ke panitiaan bisa join yang tadi yang disebutin tim internal sama eksternal gitu. Tentang broker-brokernya mungkin ya Fami sama Gina yang sama Revita.
Makasih Kang.
Oke. Yang gitu dulu ya di room Zoom.
Sarah Doni makasih ya.
Ya.
Ya, makasih. Iya,
Nanti dokumentasi Risa tolong di-upload aja buat yang full dokumentasi ini ya.
Partisipan udah aku keluarin semua. Kalau mau ngobrol.
Ada satu lagi kemauan. Oh, sudah kosong. Nah, paling nggak ada pertanyaan yang aneh ya?
Ada tadi.
Ada tadi dua
nanyain sepatu.
Sama
yang parah banget.
Itu sas ya.
Parah banget.
Nanyain sepatu ya?
Nomor sepatu
Bukan, ada yang satu lagi yang
ada yang
nanyain
satu
aneh
lagi
banget.
lebih parah.
Jangan.
Udah,
Di sepal bisa dihapus.
Ada nggak sih di Q&A?
Nanti juga ada ini kan, ada kalau nggak salah Luis mau webinar mengundang dari kita gitu kan. Bisa kolaborasi lagi ke depannya.
Sok lah.
Asik, orang Kolombia semua.
nggak akan ngerti.
Cari
Kalau
Git.
kita jadi pembicara, di Kolombia, ya kan?
Gitu.
Asik, dapet bule orang Kolombia.
Mau bah.
Ganteng.
Oh iya Pak Yadi,
Nanti
makasih
paling
Pak Yadi.
ya, Pak Yadi.
Ya, waktunya Pak.
Itu yang
Oh
banyak orang
iya.
nangis tuh.
Paling untuk kegiatan kedepannya kita banyakin lagi. Tadi masukan dari Kak Amanda ya. Kolaborasi juga bareng SB-SB lain kayak sama ITB sama apa buat broadcast kegiatan kita. Kayak misalnya
Hayu
buat
bikin podcast.
Ini habis ini langsung ini ya, saya langsung
Yeah.
follow up Bu Ana buat studi banding.
Oh iya. Itu
Ih,
proker anak
studi
nasional
banding
ya.
buka diizinan, barunya ke luar negeri.
Mau ke
Nah
Bali.
iya, nanti
Oh iya luar negeri.
kita ajuin ke
Singapura.
USA.
Ke Kolombia atuh.
Hayu ke Kolombia, hayu.
Asik.
Itu mah teh Sarah aja.
Yang mungkin itu Mi, yang proker itu Singapura ya.
Besar.
Itu
Iya,
tolong
Kang.
di apa sih namanya benar-benar dijadikan gitu maksudnya.
Atau mau
diusahakan.
aja.
Kalau belum ada, kalau travel restriction-nya udah dilepas, jadi sob.
Iya. Tolong dicanangkan tuh ya untuk proker yang disebutkan tadi yang ada Stuban dan lain sebagainya. Kalaupun nggak ke Singapura kan ada plan B-nya kan kita ke Bali ya.
Asik.
Asa ITS.
Oh ITS.
Asik ITS, Asik.
Mau ke Bali
Mending
ya.
dulu Pal, lapar ini Pal. Lihat dulu
Oh,
ngomong nih.
Iya, lapar ih.
Oh iya Rek, siapin juga merchandise. Oke, kalau udah lapar saya juga belum sarapan ya.
Iya.
Lebih banyak. Paling dari chairman gitu aja ya. Balikin lagi ke ketuplak. Kita mau tutup atau gimana?
Ketuplak udah seneng banget lu kayak beres.
Yo.
Aman.
Yeay, gak begadang lagi ngerubah rundown.
Sarah
Iya,
dapat
banget loh.
salam, Sarah Mapres dapat salam.
Apa?
Dapat salam.
Dari siapa?
Dari Anissa yang bahasa Prancis.
Mapres yang mana ini tuh?
Yang bahasa Prancis.
Sarah.
Ya, lain kau.
Siapa gak? Melaila. Melaila.
Oh, Ocha.
Iya.
Iya. Salam
Kan
balik.
ada yang titip salam ke gua tak?
Gak ada ya, lu kan.
Ada apa? Ada apa? Ada.
Dari siapa? Dari siapa?
Amanda
Dari
juga
Mas
bisa.
Sabirin ya. Sama Mas Sabirin ya.
Dari Alendra.
Udah itu Lifatul Hayu, lapar.
Oh,
Yuk, hayu.
Yuk, paling
Ayo,
diinfokan lagi ya.
makasih ya Jihad, apalagi makasih banget.
Jadi makasih Pak Yadi.
Makasih Pak Yadi, Mas Adi.
Di close aja
Assalamualaikum.
ya.
Ya Pak.
Ya.
Ya, terima kasih.
Pak, untuk
Pak.
datanya bisa dikirim ya Pak?
Untuk apanya?
Data pesertanya.
Oh iya, nanti setelah ini dikirim.
Makasih ya Pak.
Ya.
Terima kasih, Pak.